In today's video, traders, I'm going to go into some of the details of my recent track record here on MyFXBook, and I'm going to talk about what I do and how I handle a winning streak in the markets. A lot of traders struggle with the fact that they come into the markets and sometimes they have a good winning streak. They've written down their plan, they've stuck to the plan, and they've actually got some winners on the table. The problem is a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people listening to this video now, have done that and then given away their profits due to some sort of emotional response, aka greed or fear in the market, and given back their profits. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I mitigate that risk and how I handle with winning streaks, how to keep them from giving back all my profits into the market again, and kind of just how I handle it. So let's go ahead and get into the video right now. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. Today, as I mentioned, we're going to be taking a look a little bit here at my MyFXBook account. My trading performance in the last couple of weeks has been really good. And it's not always like this. And in fact, that's kind of the point of the video, is to talk about the realistic side of trading. We know that this can't go on forever. And unfortunately, that's just how trading goes, is trading success. We have highs and lows. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just refresh the MyFXBook account. We'll see any kind of updates. And you can see for the most part, we do have a very nice steady track record. Now, this is an account that I've made public here so that we can track just kind of how I've been doing on this particular account. This is a slow and steady account. You're not going to see massive gains really quickly here on this account. Really, the goal here is just to grow slow and steady. You can see up about 3.5% there. Really happy with how this account has gone in the last month or so. However, we've had some really good win streaks recently, and I want to talk a little bit about how this generally goes. A lot of times people start getting arrogant when they have winning streaks. And I'm not saying this to kind of disrespect anybody who's watching, but I've had those same thoughts and I've had those same struggles in my own trading journey, right? So when I'm going through my trades here and I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, I'm having a really good win streak, how can I avoid giving back those profits to the market? The first thing to do is accept that losers are likely around the corner. It's just a part of trading, right? Trading has ups and downs. We don't just get to see only the upside when it comes to trading. So when you have a period of winners, I think it's pretty important to consider the fact that at some point we're going to see a drawdown, or we're going to see a pullback, or we're going to see some losses come into the trading. It's just kind of the nature of the game. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I like to do when I'm looking at a win streak is to understand that I haven't got this thing figured out perfectly, right? As much as we can start to think in our head, oh man, I know what I'm doing now. I really can, I picked the markets really well, and I've got some great trading performance, and it's going to keep going like this. The next thing is to, again, understand kind of that you don't have it all figured out, and that your strategy may work good at some points, but there's going to be rough patches. It's inevitable, and it's part of any strategy that there are good times and that there are bad times. So how can we actually kind of mitigate this kind of risk of giving back a bunch of profits in the market? Well, again, that emotion can be dangerous, and it can lead us to take too big of positions. It can lead us to be taking sloppy trades just because we feel like we're invincible. So for me, what this means is going forward, I'm going to mostly be reducing my risk position size, at least for the time being, until I get some losers to come into the account. That may sound weird, right? It sounds, a lot of people would say, well, maybe you should increase your risk size because you're doing so well. I would say the exact opposite. I would say that the realistic side of trading is that I expect there to be some losses coming. And so for the time being, I've reduced my position size on the last couple trades. Now, if we scroll down here, you can see, that in the month of October, really when this first started going, we're up almost 3% on the account, which to me in 1 month is really good, because 3% consistently over time is very strong and can compound very nicely. At least that's my opinion. I know some people will disagree with me and say you can make more, but again, this is my MyFXBook account, and this is kind of real, actual traded results. A lot of people can say things for free on the internet, but they won't back it up with some sort of trading record, right? So it's very difficult to consistently make a good number in the markets. Again, it's free to comment it, but it's hard to actually show results. So with that said, I expect that 3% per month is really good. In fact, in my goals section, I put down that I'd like to make at least on average 1% per month. I could likely go for more, and I could likely see returns of more, but again, that's kind of setting the bar at a realistic threshold that's kind of easy and mentally easy for me to handle and accept, right? That means that I keep my risk low and that I keep my potential gains decently sized, right? So with that said, again, 2.92% there for the month of October so far. We still have a couple days left, about a week left in the month of October. And what we can take a look at here is that if we just take a look, you can see we've taken 19 trades, 13 of which have been winners. So about a 68% win rate, which is right on target, which to me is a pretty good figure. Shooting for around that 70% is a really good number to me. And you can see that the average win was about 56 pips and the average loss was about 42 pips. Not bad at all. So we have a positive reward to risk ratio on average, and we have a pretty decent win rate. These are all, again, these are the trades that are being tracked inside the VIP team. If you're not a VIP member, there should be information in the description where you can sign up to follow along with my trades live. So with that said, right, I've reduced my recent risk positions. So if we go into the history section a little bit, you can see that on GBP JPY, I only took 0.03 lots on this particular position, and I took only 0.03 lots on this GBP sell. This GBP sell, I took a secondary trade for 0.06 lots, and you can see that the overall trade closed profitably. And on the GBP JPY trade, we closed a nice profit of $18. That might not sound like a lot, but remember guys, the name of the game here is I've reduced my risk size purely because of the emotional kind of side effects of winning over and over and over. We've had a really high win rate and we've been collecting a lot of positive trades. So I don't want that to get to my head and make me cause any sort of irrational decisions. So I'm reducing my trade size for the time being. At some point, maybe I'll increase it back up, but everything that's going on with the pound has also led me to want to keep that position size relatively small. There's a lot of uncertainty with the pound right now. And if there's a good technical setup, I'm still looking to potentially get involved, but only with very, very small positions. Again, this is a point, the collection of this 0.03 and this 0.06, while they were open at the same time, was a 0.09 lot size on a, what is that, nearly a $9,800 account. The account started here at 94.68, so we've grown it very, very nicely in the course of about a month, and we'll see if we can continue from here. But here's the realistic side, guys, is that from here, I don't expect this to just go straight up like this always. In fact, I expect there to be dips. I expect there to be pullbacks, and that's just part of trading, right? This is ideally what a good equity curve would look like to me, is having some sort of realistic pullbacks and overall continue to chug up to the upside. But I know that a pullback is likely. So I've reduced my risk size so that mentally it's easier for me to handle and not to get too kind of feeling like I'm invincible, because in the reality of things, none of us are invincible to the markets. None of us know exactly what's going to happen in the markets. We are all simply making our best educated guesses, and we're all kind of doing risk management, hopefully, to try and make money over time. At least that's what successful traders do, in my opinion, is they manage risk for a living. For the most part, I'm pretty happy with how this account has been going. The overall equity curve here has been pretty clean. We've seen very little drawdown, 1.24% drawdown if we look over here. So just shy of kind of 1.25% there on a drawdown rate is really, really low to me. And that's kind of the primary goal with this account. This goal is not to double and triple accounts and to make a ton of money off this account. This is one of the multiple accounts that I run with real money. And so the goal with all of my accounts is to keep my risk and my drawdown small and my monthly percentage gains reasonable and compounding over many, many years. Not looking to do this in the course of 2 weeks, not the course of 4 months, the course of years and years of growing accounts. That to me is the power of trading success, is not, again, not doing it quick, but doing steady gains over time. And ideally beating the kind of curve or the average of what investors can get in the stock market, which is about 7%. A lot of times people will say there's no correlation between markets, but the reality is that markets in a lot of ways are very, very kind of correlated to each other across the board, and that returns anywhere of excess of 10% per year, at least in my opinion, is something that's very, very hard to do on low risk. Now, of course, you could do it on more, you could do bigger gains on more risk, but that again will increase the potential side effects or the potential blowing account concepts when you increase that risk. So something to consider. Again, this account is primarily focused on small risk and keeping that gain reasonable and compounding over time. If you're looking to improve as a Forex trader, I've got an entire channel here full of free stuff to help you out. You can check out videos here, and if you're interested in my VIP service where you can follow along with my trades as well as join our membership chat room, you can check out the link down below in the description. Check it out. We'll see you there.